Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I am Silas Bell, the host of the Sports Variety Show with the Sports Squad, and of course, Silas Sports Shorts of the day. And today is Tuesday's edition of the Sports Variety Show with the Sports Squad. Welcome in, everyone, and good morning. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I hope you all had a great Father's Day, and happy Father's Day late Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Hope you had a great Father's Day and hope you got a lot of gifts and lots of love. Okay, and speaking of fathers, how about we dive into some sports, shall we? Yes, we got several things to talk about today. We got a lot. Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to start off with little power rankings of the colors of NFL of the NFL. And this is according to CBS. At number one, moved up 2 spots is the Eagles of LA, and the Kansas City Chiefs had dropped one to number two. Number three, the Bills also dropped one from 2 to 3. Same with the Lions from 3 to 4. But the Ravens stayed at number 5, and the Commanders jumped from 7 to 6. And so now at number 7, we've got the Green Bay Packers moving up 1, as well as the LA Rams moving up 1 to 8 from 9, as well as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers up 1 from 10 to 9. Chargers as well from 11 to 10, as well as the Broncos from 12 to 11. But here's the change. At number 12, the Bengals of Cincinnati. That's right, they jumped 3 spots for that one. So that would be 15 to 12. And the Vikings had dropped 7 spots. That's not good. And of course, we are yet to play a preseason game, let alone a regular season game. So let's see how they do in the regular season. We got the San Francisco 49ers. Moved up 9 spots. See, 15. So they were in the 20s. See, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, the 22nd spot. So they moved from 22 to 14, which is a big jump for sure. And the Texans of Texas, of Houston, dropped 1 spot from 14 to 15. Up 1 for the Falcons. The Falcons are moving up to 16. Same with the Bears. They moved up 7 spots to 17. So 17, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. They were 24. They were next dead last. And now they're at 17. And the Cowboys are up by 3. So they would have been 21. 21 to 18. That's a good jump. But the Pittsburgh Steelers has dropped 6. I bet I know why. Yeah, they got a new quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. But we'll talk more about that a little later. Anyway, the 22nd pick, number 22, moved up to 2 spots, up to number 20 now. That was the Cardinals of Arizona. Also with 7 spots, so that would have been basically dead last. That would have been at the Jaguars at 21. Okay, 9 spots up for the Patriots. And then at 22 and at 23, up 3 spots, is the New York Jets. And as I see, look at this. Let's see how well the Jets would do this year with the quarterback this year. We've got power rankings. Okay, the Dolphins and Mike McDonald has dropped 6 spots to number 24. And the Colts dropped 6 to number 25. Dropped 6 to number 25. All right, so I had to, with the drop, I had to go backwards for that one. So that would have been 29th. And same for the Panthers, so there would have been 20. They're now on 26th. Ooh, ouch. The Seahawks dropped 11 spots. That would have been the 16th. There was 16th, now they dropped to 27. We got the Raiders dropping only 1. That's not bad. That's okay. The Raiders had not been as relevant in the last several years. They've been in the conversation and all that, and somewhat, well, we're not quite irrelevant. Number 29th stays the same for the Browns of Cleveland with Shedeur Sanders and Gabriel. And, of course, the Giants stay at number 30. And the Saints are down 6 to 31. And then the Tennessee Titans at number 32. And that still stayed the same right there. That's what we got our power ranking for today. All right, we do have some NHL action tonight with the Oilers taking on the Panthers in Florida, with the Panthers up 3-2. Can the Panthers close it out at home? Well, that's the only one to find out in Game 6, and that's to watch it tonight. The Panthers have a good line. They're good on defense, they're good on offense, they're good on cross-checking as well. They're getting better. They're really good at scoring. And yes, this game is on simulcast, actually on TNT, True TV, and CBS. So make sure you check your local TNT, True TV, and CBS stations and your local time in your area. So yes, and if there will be a Game 7, if there is, that will be at the Oilers, Panthers at the Oilers. And time for that one is TBD. I will find that out if Florida cannot close it out tonight. Also, we had NBA action last night. Yes, I wanted the same thing, the same outcome that Pat McAfee and their show and their guys wanted with the win for the Pacers. But that was not the case last night. That was not the case at all last night, everybody. That is right. And this is why. Because last night, it was a 11-point win for the Thunder at home with a 120-109 victory for the Thunder. The Thunder definitely rolled there. And yes, Tyrese Halliburton did not really get it going last night's game because of his calf injury that he sustained. That he came back. And so, yeah, he had not had that many points. In fact, let's look at the box scores. Let me see how many Tyrese had. Let me see here. Yeah, see, Tyrese only had 4 points, which still would be a record low for him with that ankle, with that calf injury. The highest point scored for the Pacers was 28 points by number 43, Silicon. But Jamal Williams, number 8 of the Oakland had a career night. He played 35 minutes. He was 14 for 25. He was he was 3 and 5 at 3-point range. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 PS. And he had 40 points. Like I said, 40 point stats. Definitely a career. I think that's a career high. I just probably a career high in the playoff play and finals, I think. But I'll fact check myself on that and I'll let you know on that. Sorry about that. My honey texted me. But I'll got my phone on silent so I can, my phone on off so I can not see it coming through. But anyway, let's get right into it, everybody. Yes, I know I talked about this yesterday in my short about the College World Series game, the LSU game being suspended to today. And after you watch me, make sure you go back over there. That game has resumed already. 2 runners on, one is on the corners with LSU up 7-3. And if you want to check that out, it right now, or whenever you get off with me, they are on ESPN Plus and ESPN2 as well. And then we have another men's elimination game, and that one's at 1 p.m. this afternoon on ESPN and ESPN Plus as well. And that will be Oregon State and Louisville. And Oregon State is minus 215, and Louisville is plus 145 with a total of 10.5 according to ESPN Bet. And if you want to make the wager, make sure you are 21 years or older. And if you do have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for a gambling problem. So Arkansas has won their game last night, like I said, in the no-hitter. And their next game for elimination game is to be determined. Either that's I'm not sure which one that's going to be. Either will be the Oregon State Louisville game or the UCLA LSU game. I believe that's the UCLA LSU. But I'll double check that, and if I know who that is, I assume they are playing right now. I think they're just finishing up. I think it is the LSU one, and that game will be tonight at 6 p.m. Also on ESPN and ESPN Plus as well. And there's not a line for that on ESPN Bet yet because of that being to determine for their opponent. And yes, we had a great weekend this past weekend with the women's basketball with the Dream winning 80-70 on Friday. As well as the Aces also 88. They fought to the Wings last Friday. Last Saturday it was 101-78. The Sparks lose to the Hornets. I think that's how I say it. And the Fever and Caitlin Clark definitely shows up a clinic like she always does with the 102-88 win as well. And then the Storm finally loses a 6-point game, 70-66 to the Valenics. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. I do apologize for that. And then Sunday, just 2 days ago, the Sky beats the Suns 78-66. The Dream Desert beats the Majestics 89-56. Mercury beats the Aces 76-70. And then last night, and then now we all caught up for this past weekend. Now let's talk about the games we have on the slate for tonight. That's right. On NBA TV, the Fever and Caitlin Clark will be taking on the Suns at 6 p.m. at home. The Liberty will taking on the Dream at home at 6 p.m. Same with the Sky. With the Majestic taking on the Majestics at 7 p.m. Also at 7 p.m. we got the Wings at home taking on the, which I cannot pronounce right, Balkanics, Balkyries. And yes, the Wings have a losing season. They're 1-11. 1-11. Man, that kind of reminds me of some football teams that have gone, college football teams especially, that have gone not even winning 6 games in the season to get bowl eligible. Kind of like the Badgers last year ago. Anyway, a year or so ago. Anyway, you got the Sparks at home taking on the Storm tonight at 9 p.m. And that will be on NBA TV. And make sure you check your local listings for those games and your TV, whatever stations they will be on. And now let's dive into some baseball, everybody. Yeah, we have not just the college ball, but we also have the Major League Ball. And this is tonight's slate for the MLB. We got the Phillies and the Mariners tonight at 5:10. A bit of an early start, along with the Pirates and the Tigers. And Nationals and the Rockies. And of course, those games are early for us because they are in Eastern time zones. So make sure you check your time, your local time, and your local channels to watch those games. And if you don't have it, I have it. I'm subscribed. I'll make sure you have the MLB app and subscription to watch all the out-of-market games as well as your team. And I follow up my Braves. I'm a Braves guy. And I am doing well. And looks like they are doing pretty well this season despite being under 500. But Acuna is back. And it might take a while before they turn on the Jets. We'll find out about them. And we're getting close. We're getting pretty close to the All-Star right now. And I think we're close, or I'll get close to the trade deadline as well, actually. And yes, Jose Ohtani is back. Not just hitting, but also on the mound, pitching. I believe he played just the other night, actually. We got the Angels and the Yanks going out tonight at 6:05. Blue Jays at home, against the D-backs. We got the West and the Twins. The Braves are taking on the Mets on MLB Network. Oilers, the Reds are taking on Baltimore at 6:35. We got the Cardinals and the White Sox going at it. Royals and the Rangers. Cubbies are taking on the Brewers tonight, everybody. We all know that is one of the best rivalries in town. At 7:05 tonight. That's a perfect timing, so that will be about a 6:30 range for pregame. And if you want to listen to the Brewers Cubs game, you can always listen to that on ESPN Radio Madison. They are the new home of the Milwaukee Brewers. So make sure you tune in to ESPN Radio Madison to catch up to listen to that game. And make sure you tune in and let's see how well the Crew and the Cubbies are doing, because both teams are net and net. And it's only a 5-game difference in the win column for the two, with the Cubs ahead. And same thing for the losses, with 34 losses for the Crew as well as 28 losses for the Cubbies. Okay, the Red Sox are playing the Mariners tonight in the late game, in one of the late games. 40. We also got the Giants at home. Now, 10 games. The 10 games are above 500 against the Guardians. We have the Astros taking on the Athletics at 9:05, and this one is a late one, but it's a goodie, and it is the game, tonight's game on TBS. You see that game is earlier But this game, they picked for it is later than usual for the TBS game for Tuesday night baseball. But it is the LA Dodgers and the San Diego Padres going at it at 9:10, and that will be on TBS. So check your local time and your local TBS stations for that game in your area. Mm-hmm. Okay. And yes, let's talk a little definitely we definitely gotta talk about WWE. So yeah, definitely had a surprise last night. We all know this. This is one of the biggest things that has happened in WWE in such a long time. But let me first paint you the picture. It was 3 months ago. The wrestler and his family was taunted by Gunther. And yes, he is back in action, and he will be taking on Gunther in 3 weeks from Saturday on main event. Saturday night main event. And yes, it is the one and only Goldberg. That's right. Goldberg is back. He's taking on Gunther 3 weeks from Saturday at main event. Saturday main event. In 3 weeks from this Saturday. So yeah, I'm totally pumped and looking forward to that match. I wasn't sure if or when he was ever going to make a comeback, let alone his retirement match. So we all know that was coming. Let's see if this is the match. And yes, if you have heard, there have been some people that have been cut. If you listen to stuff behind the scenes of WWE. And yes, the WrestleMania 41 top grossing WWE events ever. That's right. That's a record breaking shattering one. And let me see when this is. Okay, got a little side news to share here. According to Courtney Kwong and says of the WWE, the Hall of Famer Steve Bongo passed on. He was a member of the dominant Chicago Bears as well. He famed 46 defense in the 1980s, and he went second in the franchise history with 92.5 sacks. He has passed away at 67. So I definitely want to. He also he was diagnosed with ALS and also known as Lou Gehrig's disease in 2021. So yes, my sympathies and my condolences to him and to his family. I'm sorry for your loss. And yes, we know we are in the thick of it of the failure to John Cena. And my question is, will R-Truth beat Cena? Y'all know R-Truth was always been Cena's biggest fan. But lately, he turned heel on him. And that is interesting to me, actually, because Truth turned heel, and now he's going by one killings. And we all know Cena turned heel as well. We want to see Cody Rhodes in the. Let me see how to say this right without getting censored. The junk. His manhood area. That's all I can put it that way. I don't want to get censored here or canceled. So I did it that way. And yes, in about 14 minutes from now, Pat McAfee will be on with his boys with the talking table with Dr. Colin and Josh Witt, and we'll have a Dot. And I believe AP Tone with AP Tone, and I believe Jersey Butler is in today. Make I think that's right. Yes. Okay, that's your one of the WWE fixes. I will do some more WWE later on a special episode of the sports variety show with the sports squad. And in fact, I might actually make this into a weekly episode show. I know my work at ESPN Radio Mountain has one. GKW, Good Karma Wrestling, and with Game Night. So make sure you watch that as well as mine. Make sure you watch both of us doing our shows. And maybe, who knows, we might even do a couple episodes together. We'll find out and see. But make sure you do watch my show of wrestling as well as Good Karma Brands, Good Karma Wrestling as well. Big Gate Night Soul. Okay, let's see here. And yes, we are only 2 weeks away, actually, from the NBA draft. And I know I did an NFL draft at a remote. I know it didn't go as planned, but I will be doing the same thing again for the NBA. I can find a better place. We'll find a place that has better internet, possibly, and I will do another live remote. And this time it will be for the NBA draft. So let's find out how that goes. And it looks like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 plus 4 to debut a big change in remake. Oh, that can be fun. And I'm just starting to get into I've been into motorsports, but I'm also getting into other types of motorsports as well. So that'll be one thing I'll be talking about. And yes, we have a champion in the UFL, and the defenders are the champions, winning at 58-34. Congratulations to the defenders, the players, and their coaches, and their coaching staff. And of course, we don't want to leave out the golf, and of course, and with the golf, yes, JJ Spawns won this past weekend at the USA Open. So congratulations to JJ for sure on winning that. And that was the thing, because he was not doing so well at first. Then there was like an hour plus rain delay. And then after that, he was lights out, basically. He was making those draws, he was making those putts and chips as well to win the USA champion and the USA Open. Mm-hmm. And yes, Roy McIlroy first. It's the first to qualify for Team Europe at the Ryder Cup. So the Ryder Cup is coming up. So let's see. I'll check that out. Make sure I'll do that in another episode coming up. Talking about the Ryder Cup. We got Formula One, everyone. Yes, and G. Russell won with leading 21 laps, and lap time was 1 hour 10 minutes, 0.899 seconds in that race, in Formula One. And let's see here. We got, I think the French Open is coming up. Or just had it, I think. Yeah. They had it already. Yes. Yeah, they had that one actually. So let me go in. And yes, this past weekend we also had a NASCAR race in Mexico. That's right. Okay, Canada's Grand Prix Formula One extends the mutual race. I think it's like the Grand Prix Formula One has extended their contract up to 2035. And Red Bull has won the FIA of trickery against Volkswagen. I do apologize for not pronouncing that word correctly, but it's spelled VELSTAPPEN. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to get a lot out pretty fast, but I will slow it down a little bit. And we're in the summertime, and so we know the G Leagues are coming up soon. Won't be long, I don't think. We're going to find out what that's going to be. But I will let you know once that comes up. See, we also have. Let's definitely talk about some college ball. College football is coming up soon. We're already getting towards the end of June, going to July. And that means we are within, once we hit July, in the next few weeks, we will be going into August, which means football season will be starting up, NFL, football, and college ball. But hold on 1 minute. I'm going to take myself a my prime break, and drink prime break, and I'll be right back after I quench my thirst. Oh, yeah. This is the best prime ever. And I love every flavor they have. And I don't get every flavor they have. Even when they come up with new ones. I actually want to try the pizza one. I also want to try the KFC one. So Logan Paul, if you see this, please send me some of those. I want to try those. And Logan, I would love to have you come on my show, and we can talk WWE as well as sports. And of course, bring your brother Jake with you. I would love to have you and Jake both on here on the sports live show with the sports crew. We talk wrestling, boxing. How you guys got famous? Because we all know you guys are YouTubers. Hey, I'm a YouTuber doing this show as well. And I love what I do here. I'm about to leave a job. Won't be long now before I expose them and then quit on the spot. But anyway, until then, let's get back into it. And yes, 5-star D.E. McCoy has committed to the Gators. And yes, Michigan is added to the depth when transfers. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, and Dion Ager is going to return to Buffalo after missing camps. Okay, I wonder how they're going to get him ready since he hadn't missed camp because college camps are totally different when it comes to pro camps. Because they had to show up because they're college kids. I know a lot of professionals had to show up too. Unless they have an excuse like a family or something, medical or something, anything like that. And they get permission to skip for something for that reason. But anyway, let's get back in it. And yes, we all don't go far away. And yes, Lee Corso will be coming back for his last and final college game day. Yes, we all watched him and we all fell in love with Lee Corso throughout the 35 years that he's been with ESPN. And of course, we know his career even before that. He was the guy that gave us the famous headgear pick. And I would love, after the first game, after the first college game day is goes off at 11 a.m. for week 1. And he's retired, officially retired. I hope Pat McAfee will take over with that heavier pick. Because we all know he's the dog. And he loves to pump up the crowd. Just like he does. But probably just a lot more louder, though. And a lot more, hey-o! And I always make sure he eats the words. Not so fast. Okay, we do have soccer coming up. These are all to TBD. I got NCAA soccer, actually. We got Villanova taking on Rider at 3 o'clock on Thursday. We got DePaul taking on Purdue. Fort Wayne also at 4. Regent and Liberty at 4, as well as South Indian and Louisville, and Penn State at Staunton and Western Michigan and Kentucky. We got North Carolina State and Queens University. Okay, Stanford. Okay, I'll just highlight a couple more because I got a lot here. Okay, the Wisconsin Badgers have a 7:30 game on 8. All right, these are October games coming up, actually, because this is 8. First, we go soccer, college soccer. The Badgers take on North Florida. SMU takes on Kansas State. Indiana, Clemson. Butler, West Illinois. Virginia, and Ohio. That's definitely a good soccer match right there. Rutgers and Providence, that should be pretty good. Same, Northwestern should be pretty well with. All right. Scratch that one. We've got Michigan and Notre Dame soccer. We know how Michigan and Notre Dame does on the football field. Let's see how well they do on the soccer field. Okay, this is the one I want to highlight for the start of soccer season in a few months. Let's see here. And yes, eventually, we are a couple months away from women's volleyball. And once that starts up, I will be talking about that for sure. Yes, I will. Okay. I know I'm kind of running out of topics, but out of sports, but don't worry, I will bring more up. We do have a couple of fights of USC coming up. We got Jamal Hill taking on Quina Watila Jr. going at it, and that's on ABC and ESPN Plus as well. And that's for the light heavyweight main event. This is for the lightweight. Rafael Fiasco and Adrian Indian Kaku Bamadas. And then we have for the heavyweight, we got Joaquin Kushner, and then we got Curtis Ladies. And I do apologize if I couldn't see the names correctly. It's kind of hard for me at times to say names like that, especially if it's a name like cannot say because it's not like a name that I normally would talk about or bring up. But let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling. We do. Okay, let's check in with our NBA insider. Okay, these all within the last 20 plus hours. Former Sacramento Kings general manager Monty McNeil, the 2022-2023 NBA Executive of the Year, is joining the LA Clippers in an advisory role, according to sources said has told ESPN. And some fun news, and this happened last night. This is one of the first. This has been not done in a long time. Last night in Game 5, for the first time in a long time, they actually introduced the starting lineups for both teams. Actually introducing them, and it's been a while. It has been a while since they've done that, and I think they should continue it. Do it Thursday night, Sunday night, but not just that, but also start doing it in the next year. And I know you guys are going to have games back on NBC and have that NBC crew with Rambo Up, with back on NBC with one of the most iconic songs ever, Rambo Rock. Rambo Rock. Yeah, that definitely takes me back. And I bet it takes you, if you have lived, if you're my age or younger before your 20s, if you're from your 30s to my age or older, you would remember it. Unless you have Googled it and heard it in other places. But yeah. Okay, now senior college insider Heather Dixon has reported that the CFB leaders are meeting in Carolina next week. This is as of 4 days ago. And multiple sources are doubtful any decision will be made on the playoff format. And I think they do definitely need to bring that up soon. The Big Ten and the SEC have the bulk of the control overall. Of course, two of the big powerhouses and the two powerhouses and conferences that are and the CB and the CFB. And they make sure they are not on the and they're seeing they're basically not on the same page. But the same many other leagues of the Big Ten don't want to consider a 5+11 format, unless the SEC does. One with SEC and SEC and the ACC go to a 9 league games. I don't think that's gonna happen. There's no way. So with this, so they're gonna keep the trophy format for now in 2026. But let's see if they add. I think they should add 2 more for the 14 teams. But I am concerned about this myself. Because, put it this way, you might have your own perspective of it, but I would love to hear it back in the comments of my replays on Facebook once that is at 100. And I do need 100 followers for Facebook so I can go live on there. So I want to see your comments on this subject on YouTube, on X, on Instagram, on Spotify, on Apple. Once that's going, I can get that going. X, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, of course, all my social platforms. And yes, I would love to see those comments, and I would love to respond to your feedback on that, as well as any questions that you have. Okay, let's look. This is actually this was a while ago, but we all know that Deion Sanders have been sick for a while, but I think he's doing better now. Okay, Corey. All right, let's do some NFL action with Emily. Actually, that's the NHL. Actually, the Rangers and the Ducks are working on a trade. Oh, this is gonna be good trade. You're gonna think Chris Quinito to Anaheim. Kinder would need to waive his trade protection. Per sources, the veteran forward has 2 years remaining on his contract. So yeah, I definitely would do that. And of course, just, all right, that's a little older. This is the most current one that I just gave you. Okay, let's do the senior. Let's do some MLB action with Jeff Passan. And yes, I said this earlier, and it says right here as of 2 days ago. Yes, the Los Angeles Dodgers star O'Shea Ohtani will return to the mound last night. It was against the Padres after not pitching for nearly 22 months. Wow, that's about too much shy of 2 years there. After the following elbow reconstruction surgery he had, and it will be his first start as a pitcher for the Dodgers, actually. And we know he has a good bat. And of course, this breaking news as of 2 days ago: the San Francisco 49ers are requiring the All-Star slugger Rafael Devers from the Baltimore Red Sox. Sources tell ESPN. And out of nowhere, the blockbuster deal, Boston is getting a right-hand pitcher, Jason Hicks, and more, and much more. Okay, That's our baseball take from Jeff Hassan. Let's do Alan Shelter. Let's see what Alan Shelter has for us. Okay, I'll look at this and I will go to his X account in a minute. Okay, this has to do is involving Goodell and golf actually. Brian Wilpole. It's hard. This guy is a highly recommended longtime NFL executive who has considered as a potential successor of the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Looks like Roger Goodell could be leaving. Roger Goodell is leaving his post as a league EVP to become a PGA Tour CEO. And that's according to sources tell this Tony Sheffer. He has spent 22 years with the NFL, and Goodell sent a memo today to all team executives and presidents to notify them of his departure. So, yes, congratulations to them. All right, we all know about Pete Thamel. Let's talk about some Pete Thamel news. In the as I was seeing college sports insider. And going to Pete, as a day ago, as of yesterday, it's an important detail to the retirement of Carl, AD, and Jim Knowlton, Greg Ford, Cal football is Cal football. Coach Justin Wincox. We'll report to football general manager with Juan Rivera. Okay, that's gonna be good. So with that, there's retirement going on. So yeah, a lot of people are retiring now. And speaking of retirement, yes, this is it. This is the retirement party that we have been wanting to see for quite some time. I know he is the commission. He is the president of the Green Bay Packers, and yes, he's turning 70, so that means he is going to retire this summer. Yes, that's right. Murphy is retiring this summer, and we got, of course, Ed Policy taking his place. And I hope Ed Policy does some cleaning up within the Packers organization. He probably will give Goody this next coming season as a. Let me see how I want to word it. Let's say you're going to see how well Ed Policy is going to see how Goody does under pressure, how well he does this coming season. Is he going to struggle? Is it going to be issues within the locker room? Will there be will Love be in a MVP talk? Will Love be better than he had been in the last several years? Yeah, I know we had the year that he was pretty elite with that stretch of games that he won. Going into the one playoff game they had when they played the Cowboys and then losing the very next game to the Niners. And it's been over 10 plus years since the Packers had won a Super Bowl. I just take my time, make sure we got plenty of time. Yes, we do. Me on that, if you heard that. And yes, we do have the Niner champions coming up for the Queen and King of the Ring. And Roxanne Perez has defeated Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan in their triple threat match. Jade versus Mitch and Piper versus Nia Jax is coming up. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and Chelsea Green versus Christina LaBelle. The Asuka versus. I think this was yesterday's game matches actually. But yes, so yeah, I hope we want everyone to see how well the WWE will do with King of the Ring and okay, let's see. And yeah, SummerSlam is coming. SummerSlam is definitely coming good and strong. I bet they're gonna have me breaking some records here. Me on that. And if you want to listen to ESPN, make sure you do download the new ESPN app. They got great shows. They got great content. Make sure you share the new ESPN app. ESPN Madison app, that is. And yes, we have. Make sure you share the newest ESPN Madison app. Coming up for that. We also have. Let's see. We have. Let me see if I can get it on here. This is what I like to do. Let's see what we got with TMZ Sports. And yes, Liv Morgan suffered a shoulder injury last night. Ouch. Let's see let's see how she's gonna be out for a time. With that injury. And the surf icon Sean Bailey's son is fighting for his life in the ICU after being struck by a car. We all pray for you, man. We all pray for you. And yes, as I said it before, and it is here on the TMC Sports Show. Johnny's pitching debut last night. Trade. Boston University soccer alum defend the coach after out-school organizations. Yeah. Yes, and they're still, of course, they're still dealing with overseas Chinese interpreter still of reports to prison. Flair pulled out of a fan meet and greet because of health issues. So he will plan on meeting with Flair. Sorry to say, he's not gonna make it. And yes, Sue Bird, the daughter of Larry Bird, NBA Simpsons are good. Good for business. And yes, Joint Chestnut is back. Jaws himself. We all know he's eating 80 hot dogs this year. Can he do it in 10 minutes? We'll find out in a couple of weeks. Joint Chestnut, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him back. Winning the muscle belt back as well. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, looks like we have Dick Bennett's NBA championship ring that is on for auction now. So if you want to have a piece of history, make sure you put a bid on in for the ring for Dick Bennett's ring. Yes. See. Okay, I know I'm running out of stuff to talk about. I will come up with something as I go. You know, let me take one more Prime break while I'm at it. And you know I love my Prime, so make sure you give yourself some Prime at your local grocer or local convenience store, gas station, wherever you like to get your Prime, as well as Amazon. Make sure you get your Prime and enjoy the wonderful taste. Yeah, that is really good. I love that my workouts as well. So let's see here. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, here you go. Let me do this. All right, I put this out on Twitter yesterday. I had one like, but let me read this to you. Let me see what you think. It says my name, Sarah, because I've been on the Paramount show. But anyway, it says Love, and this has to do with Jordan Love. And I think that Love, hands down, is on the hottest seat in the NFC North. And yes, he is on the hot seat in the NFC North. I personally will be really concerned and dreading if J.J. McCarthy ends up playing up to his contract, but Love still does not play up to his contract at all. And what the hell conversation about that? Let's have a conversation about that. We all know J.J. McCarthy has not even played a down in the regular season yet. He has not even played more than one preseason game, even let alone a half of one game, half of one preseason, if I'm right, because of his meniscus. Yet I know he's grinding with that. I know that we all know that with him getting ready for this coming season. You know that meniscus is just definitely firing up. Okay. This is fun about X and Twitter, whatnot. Okay, this is according to Pat McAfee as of a couple of minutes, just a minute ago. There are tickets for the Vikings Steelers game in Ireland, and they're going on sale. And it's over 600,000 people waiting in to get them. It looks like. Hello. And if you want to be one of those 600,000, make sure you hop on the bandwagon and let's get it going, because I know we all can be looking forward to that game. Yeah, we know it's in Ireland, but hey, it is the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers and the Vikings and J.J. McCarthy. So yeah, let's talk about that, shall we? Yes, J.J. McCarthy is somewhat in a rookie year. And you know his actual rookie year, he was out of injury with that meniscus tear and rehabilitation all this after the surgery. Yes, he held it and Jordan Love. Actually, not Jordan Love. My bad. Aaron Rodgers. I would like to see how well that game would be. I'm trying to imagine it, and that's going to be interesting to see because it's a young man versus an old man. Old school, new school. I wonder if Rodgers and no matter who wins, if J.J. McCarthy wins, he would definitely have one up to Rodgers. It also would have put Rodgers in a weird place. But hey, Rodgers have been in even weirder places. We all know he has been smoking ayahuasca, darkness retreats, and yes, even the Kentucky Derby and many others. Okay, let me go. Okay. Okay, this is from Adam. This is about to report this, and this is according to Adam Schefter, and he's talking about the PGA Tour officially announcing today that they're about coming. Commissioner Jay Motion will be stepping down at the end of his contract, which will be not until next year, so it will be another year for this. And a new CEO, Brian. Let's talk about Brian Wallop taking over day-to-day responsibilities. But that's just the day-to-day only. And he has worked for the NFL for 22 years. And some consider him the potential successor to Commissioner Goodell. Okay, this is J.J. McCarthy according to Shelby's retweet. It says, over the past 14 months, Vikings J.J. McCarthy has completed a bigger inventory of practice and reps than you might realize. Here's what he has shown us, or at least the people who have taken the time to watch him. And yes, I have seen what he's doing, and he looks really well. He looks pretty good and crisp in his way. Yeah, and yes, the CEO has written the fans if you want to go to Church's X account that he his official letter. And yes, the winning putt in this past weekend of the golf was worth $4.3 million putt. Wow, that's definitely a good post right there for sure. And that was for J. Spawn winning that. Let me see here. Ash. Here we go. Here we go. And this is Shamus, going to Shamus of the NBA. He's reporting that the NBA countdown halftime on Shamar Halliburton dealing with his calf tightness and limping with the ankle soreness last week. He said that, and that was as of course yesterday. We haven't seen much of that anything new from him. Okay, let's see here. And if you're a fan of Mark Tauscher, yes, today's Mark Tauscher's birthday. Happy birthday, bud. Let's see. And yes, they are doing some stuff with the mask. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. And here's a question. Let me ask you this. Will J.J. McCarthy be the comeback player of the year? Yeah, even though he didn't play much last year, and we're playing this year, he could be the comeback player of the year. Let's see how well he does. See if he can win that award for the comeback player of the year. See, I think he could do that. Coming from not playing with a meniscus injury to winning that award, that would be definitely a high praise for sure for him. Yes, and of course with the NBA draft coming up, they're all talking about who would go where. And of course, let's do this. Kevin Durant, actually, Kevin Durant is in the news. Where will he end up? Let me pull that up. Okay. Here we go. Kevin Durant. There are trades for him. There are several different teams that are looking at him. The Timberwolves, the Heat, the Rockets. And yes, I have been hearing this from my co-teammate and friend of mine. And you see him along with Michelle Smallman and Chris Kennedy on Sportsmanlike. That's right, I'm talking about Eric Cohen. Eric Cohen of Unsportsmanlike. Let me see if I can get you some stuff on him. Okay, now this is going to Cohen. Okay, if you didn't see it earlier this morning, hear this earlier this morning, you can hear this back on the ESPN app as well. And you can also listen to the background domain on the app. You can also get it on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram as well. Because Evan Coleman was on this morning with Willie and Tausch, teaching Willie and Mark Tauscher. So if you want to hear that, and yes, like I said, it is OT Sport Days today. But let's see. We do have. And yes, I will be having Evan Cohen coming on my show coming soon. I am working on the details still. It's going to take a little while because he is a busy man doing all the work that he does with ESPN National, as well as our Sports Night, which is also on ESPN National on ESPN Monday through Fridays from 5:30 to 9. From 5:30 to 10 Eastern Time. Actually, no. Actually, it's 6:30 to 9 to 10:30 Eastern Time. Actually. Okay. Okay, I do apologize. I'm trying to get more stuff on. I do need a co-host, though. I am looking for a co-host, and I will be looking for all the people in sports that I'm going to be working with, to be part of my sports crew. That way we can talk everything sports. And this is one of the things I'd like to talk about. He's somewhat of a buddy of mine. I haven't met him yet in person, but I have met one of his co-hosts of First Take. And that is Chris, my dog, Russo. And yes, let's talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yes, he's been in the news lately. Yes, he's been doing stuff on social media himself, teasing, doing whatnot. Could he be leaving? Could he go to somewhere else, like San Antonio? A lot of talk of places that he could go. New York, Knicks. And yes, some people are saying that if Giannis's career, if he does not win another championship, is he underrated? Is he an underachiever? Let me know. Is Giannis Antetokounmpo an underachiever? Let me know in the comments here on the replay, as well as all my socials as well. And I'd love to give you answers as well. So, yes. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let me finish up my prime. I got my last prime drink. We've only got 20-ish minutes left. And yes, this is my career. I do need to make money here. So I can make the job that I currently work at. My mill that I work at. So I believe that job because I hate that job and I love this one. It's one of my jobs at ESPN. As sports is my career. And the job I currently work at that makes most of my money right now, I'm trying to make because it's basically a hole, and I'm going to be getting out of there, but I can't get out until I have money coming in here. So if you want to help me out and give me some money, please do. I do have a link in my TikTok account, so you can donate money to me as well. And I'm also looking for sponsors, partners, and investors as well. Okay, this is coming up, Pat Matthew, just 4 minutes ago. I'm going to show this as well. It's also coming from Shams. The Rockets and the Heat all the same that the Heat and the Rockets are the more realistic teams right now for that will take Kevin Durant. I agree, actually. I actually agree on this. With Shams and Pat and the talking table and whatnot. Yes. And if I am a fan of the New Heights. It's been a while since I heard, but make sure you do follow and listen to the New Heights podcast and YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to my channel as well. Or the Sports Squad and the Sports Right Show. Make sure you ring that follow me on YouTube, hit that bell for all those notifications. Facebook, and yes, again, I need 100 followers on Facebook so I can go live on that account. I'm getting close. I'm only just a little bit halfway. So I need that. I also got my Instagram. I got my YouTube, and like I said, I got my Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all my socials. And make sure you do follow me, and I would love to answer questions you have in the comments or even in my mailbox in X, as well as TikTok. I would love to answer your questions, your sports related questions as well. And I would love to do that for you. So, yes, I am interested in doing that. So, we are got a little 10 minutes plus to go before I call it a day for now. But I will be coming back live again this weekend later on. I'll be doing some more of that. Okay, let's see. And yes, we do have. I do have 590 on my eSafe network account. On my eSafe network account on X. I want to get that number over 1,000. I want it to be hundreds of thousands to the millions and the billions. I want everybody to come in that are sports, that are like my show in sports. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, looks like from the Browns, first rounder, and Patriots, DB Jabal Peppers, and now starting a rap career. Let's see how that goes. I don't know how that's going to go. And yes, Will Smith has a new song out. That's right. I haven't listened to it yet, but I think it's pretty good. We'll see. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's talk WWE again. And yes, we do have WWE Speed coming up And this is today. We on WWE Speed. We have Noam Dar and Howard and Humberto. We'll go head to head for a WWE Speed Championship opportunity. Who will be the challenger? Americano. Mm-hmm. And of course, you also have NXT tonight. WWE's NXT is tonight. Ahead of tonight's NXT, there has been a relief list week's hard hitting NXT Championship match between Jasp. Let me just go there. Obey, and Jasper Troy. And yeah, this is definitely not gonna be no backing down type of moves coming with Bailey. Yes, Bailey definitely did attack the man last night as well. And if you want to follow the WWE, definitely follow them on the app, on the WWE app. Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, and YouTube as well. Or wherever you use your podcast. And like I said, Bill Goldberg is back. And looks like they got a little bit of something going on with WWE Australia. With Garrison. Backing his origin with the WWE Superstars and all picking sides. They're all picking sides here, it looks like. And bringing the action back to, well, it's October. This is going to do a SmackDown. They're going to do some stuff with SmackDown with Crown Jewel and Wall. Because this is going to be looking good with Crown Jewel. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And yes, pre-sale to secure your individual event tickets for SummerSlam are now available for pre-sale. And you can use the code ALLWE, all capital letters, all WWE for your promo code to use to get for that. So make sure you use all capital letters, all WWE for your pre-sale tickets for SummerSlam. And yes, Nikki Bella will be at the Fanatics Fest in New York on Sunday the 26th, 22. Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. And yes, there will be a match with Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes next Monday night. So make sure you watch that. I will be definitely watching that myself. And yes, we have our boy Yeet. You know what it is, how we do it. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet! He has advanced to the next round of King of the Ring. And I want him to win it. That way he'll get another chance for a WWE Championship title opportunity. And also official that it's official, thanks to Nick Ellis for next week for making this one official. Next Monday, we'll be live from Columbus. So come on, watch that Columbus. Here comes the wall will be coming to your town. And yes, SummerSlam is coming. We just announced that CM Punk and John Cena will join the WWE SummerSlam kickoff show live at the Festus Feast Fest this Saturday, June the 2nd. Yes, that is this Saturday, June the 2nd at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you don't have your tickets yet, get your tickets while they're still available. If they are any available. You get to see John Cena and CM Punk there as well as many others. And of course, at Night of Champions, we'll have John Cena take on CM Punk. And of course, also at Night of Champions, this will be coming up. We got the phenomenal AJ Styles taking on Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom. And yes, like I said, he's back. Goldberg is back. Sorry about that, folks. I just need to plug this in. Look, I got my power this time around. Sorry about that for a second there. All right, now, like I said, we do have Bill Goldberg back, and yes, this is his last ride, and yes, they already have clothing out for it at the WWE shop. So good while they last. They got Goldberg's last ride t-shirts were not on sale at the WWE shop as well, and collect it now. And it's the new collection of the last Bill Goldberg's last ride. And this is going to be great. The last ride will be just Gunther. That was definitely going to be a physical fight. And it would take more than 90 seconds, for sure. And yes, this is also according to Triple H. With Goldberg as of yesterday. And he said no better place for Goldberg to get back in the ring than his hometown of Atlanta. That's right. That's where he's going to be doing it. In Atlanta, his hometown. That is perfect. And to me, that's the perfect touch. Yeah, and of course, Ayahuasca, she definitely has already advanced to the next round for the king of, or for the queen of the ring, actually. And for Bill Goldberg, and Goldberg, if you want to see that match, it will be on Saturday night's main event. So if you want to get your tickets, you can go to Ticketmaster.com or wherever you get your tickets. And this will be live on nationwide on NBC and Peacock for a Saturday night main event. I'll definitely be watching myself along with my girlfriend beside me. And yes, looks like right here, this is going to happen for the kickoff show as well. Colleen. This is the press conference on Sunday, the 1:30 Eastern. Canelo versus Crawford. Oh, this is good. So that has been today's episode of the sports variety of the sports. That has been today's episode, everybody. We definitely got a lot more happening in the sports world, and I will make sure I get that to you. And I do need a co-host so I can do this more and better and more professional. And again, I want to thank you all for joining me today on the sports variety show with the sports crow. And until then, like I always say, make sure you always have variety in your day and your life. See you next time. Whoa.